Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome. I always do this. I should hit the camera start and then, or fiddle with my chair and then hit the camera start. I guess it's one of those bad habits I'm going to have to sort of break. But good morning and welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you are here. My name is ericgreid, and this is Success Life. So thank you for taking a moment out of your day to stop in and say hello. I see a lot of people jumping in. So good morning, Mr. Steve. Bright and early. Love to see you. Love to see you. Hope your day is well. Trying to see who else popped in. Take a moment, say hello. Facebook sometimes does that, weird thing where it's like it says there's so many people in the room, but I can't see you. And so, remember Miss Sue from Romper Room. I see so-and-so, and I see Steve, and I see Gail, and I see Mary, and I see Felicia, whatever. Take a moment and say good morning, and I am glad you are here. Again, my name is ericgreid. I am Success Coach. The Success Coach with Success Life. Good morning. All right, we are international. We have officially dropped the international bomb. We are in Japan this morning. Good morning, Louisa. So good to see you. So good to see you. I hope you guys all got a moment to go over to the ericgreid.com website under the blog tab. There was a blog that I posted following yesterday's talk about our idols and how we let our problems become our idols. And really what that whole process is about. Like I said, I write differently than I speak, and I speak differently than I write. And so it's a different perspective. It's not a transcript. And so a lot of the ideas that I do share here or on the YouTube channel or in other areas often start in something like this. And then I'll spend an afternoon scribbling it out. And then I'll spend some time blogging it out. And then I'll spend some time talking it out. And then I'll go back and rewrite and blog some more. So if you don't jump over from time to time and check out the Eric G. Reid, you're missing half the story. That's all I can tell you. You're missing half of it. But don't feel obligated. Do as you like. So this morning's teaching, who just jumped in? I see somebody I can't see. Good morning, Miss Tanya. I hope you are well. So I really want to share this with you guys. Good morning, Al. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's because of what I do. But I have been feeling this energy, good morning, Miss Toomey, around me. Buenos dias, Damien, buenos dias. I've been feeling this weird kind of energy lately that people are sort of stuck. People are kind of held in fear. People are holding back on the next step, whether it's in real estate, buying a house, selling a house, whether it's changing jobs, starting a business, closing down a business, entering into a relationship, whatever. I feel like maybe it's the dog days of summer. Maybe it's the economy and the recent political climate, not making statements. But I feel like there's this getting ready kind of thing. And so as I started to go back and look at it and think about it, it was like, I see what's happening. And talking to people that are saying, I want to go do this, or I want to achieve this in my life, or I want to make this happen in my life. And then they're not going full in. They're going in, but maybe not full in. And so what I wanted to talk to you about, and I got to pull out my notes because when it came, it don't. It was tragedy or triumph. And that's what I had titled this. So we have two options. We typically move out of two different positions, a tragedy or a triumph, or a moment of inspiration. What I mean by that is, so often in our lives, we wait for something to hit us before we make a change. I'll start my business someday. I lost my job. Now's a good time to start. I'll change my relationship, and then something happens in that. We get a notice of a health issue with our friend or our family or ourselves. We hit an economic issue. Our car breaks down on the side of the road. There's a world event that causes us to suddenly awaken. And it's like, oh my gosh, all of this drama has caused me to go into action. And so we have to flee out in sort of a survival mode mentality. We have to jump into it because we haven't sold a house in 3 months. We haven't, cashed a check. We're behind on a bill. We're losing clients, We wait until the drama gets so big and so loud and so chaotic that we feel like we have to take action or we'll get swallowed up. Or the other option, I call it triumph, inspiration. Something connects. Something lands in us. We might go to an event. We might watch a YouTube video. We might hear somebody's story. We might bump into somebody on Facebook that ignites something, and it gets inside of us, not motivates us, because we talked about motivation, but it finally like starts to that bubble up kind of thing. Maybe we see a kid that needs something in foster care, or we hear a tragedy of a story or a family member, and that moment gets way down in us, and it really starts to ignite a fire, and pretty soon it's burning, and now all of a sudden it's like, we feel that breath come out of us, that inspired voice, and we say, I can't wait any longer. I can't wait any longer. My dream, my desire, my passion, my purpose, my need cannot wait any more longer. I am inspired. Good morning, Ronald. Got to slow it down. He told me I talk too fast, by the way. And so what I think is interesting is so often, and yeah, I'm checking my notes because I don't want to leave it out, that we become so fixated on fear, and we wait for that moment, that tragedy, that 9/11 kind of event to stir us into action, when we also have the ability to turn our attention towards inspiration, towards a divine thought, an event. But yet so many of us wait for the drama, wait for the energy of chaos, wait for the energy of confusion, wait for the energy externally as opposed to the energy internally to guide us forward. And then even when we start to move forward, we sometimes play in such a small bandwidth. It's like, oh wow, I'm living big, I'm doing large, I got it all. When all of this is available to us, we're thinking we're doing it because it's here. And it takes something to knock us out of here into this. And so what I really want to ask is, if you're sitting there and you've got this desire, this passion, this thought of what you want to create in your life, are you going to wait until some dramatic, chaotic tragedy of life kicks your butt and moves you into action? Or are you going to say, I will sit in silence. I will receive the inspiration. I will find the inspiration. I will breathe in, inspired, infused with the Spirit. And I will move towards it in peace and harmony and agreement and continuity with my dreams and my desire. Am I going to play this much of the game when there's this much of it available? Am I going to say, oh, I'm working as hard as I can, but I'm only working here when I could go this big? Am I going to say, yeah, this is safe, this is comfortable, and then all of a sudden one client drops off, or one business deal doesn't go through, or you get one rejection letter and you've gone from this to this? You see, there's like almost nothing there. Or are you going to play so big, so large, so loud, so full out, so abundantly believing in the prosperity of the universe that you're going to be just drinking from a fire hose? It's amazing. And yeah, when I say a moment of inspiration, when I say a breakthrough moment, when I talk about this switch on, I don't mean you finally get the biggest client in the world to sign up with you. Celebrities call and say, hey, can you coach me, Eric? That'd be nice, but that's not the breakthrough. The breakthrough is in that mindset. The breakthrough is in that spirit. The breakthrough is in that belief that you can do it. That you seriously can do it. I mean, honestly, that you can do it. And it starts with a question of, why not me? I mean, somebody out there right now is doing exactly what you said you wanted to do in your life. Now they're doing it differently in their own way, but they're doing exactly what you said you wanted to do. Somebody is coaching, somebody is writing, somebody is selling houses, somebody is a fitness expert, somebody is building a mega church. Somebody is doing exactly what you said you needed to do in your life to be fulfilled. Why not you? Why not you? Honestly, why not you? Why can it not be you? Because you haven't made the switch. You haven't broken the mindset barrier. You haven't had that moment of triumph. You're sitting waiting for the tragedy to occur, and then you're going to step into it with fear. And when you step into it with fear, you're stepping into it out of survival and out of necessity and out of scraping through, versus saying, you know what? Why not me? Why not me be the agent that sells 10 houses in a month? Why not be the person that writes a book in a weekend and makes it a bestseller? Why not me be whatever it is you want to be? And then the second part of that is the why not now? Somebody has woke up? Did I do that right? Somebody awakened this morning and chased the dream that you put on hold. Somebody got out of bed full of purpose and passion and desire and life and energy and went after it while you're still sitting waiting for the drama and the tragedy and the chaos and the confusion to kick your butt and get it moving. Because you don't want to trust the inspiration. You would rather be motivated by fear and doubt and drama and chaos and confusion and craziness. Good morning, Dr. Holly Kelly. We're talking about tragedy versus triumph and why some people will only get motivated based on the drama and the crazy and the chaos and the collapsing and the broken down car on the side of the road before they take action in their life, when they could choose instead to just shift a mindset, to have that moment of victory, to have that moment of inspiration, to have that moment of triumph, when they stand up and go, why not me? Why not me? What does Dr. Holly Kelly have and all of these other people have that I ain't got? Nothing. And I don't mean any disrespect. But we are all from the same divine, and we all pull from the same creative energy, and we all have the same abundance available to us. And so if you're playing in this small of a bandwidth, and you're watching everybody around you playing here and here and here, why are you playing so small? Why are you waiting for that one client to cancel, that one deal to fall apart, that last reel to fall off your car before you start living bigger, larger, taking it all in? Because here's the silly thing. If you're going to fail, fail big. If you're going to risk it all. You know, there's this double down kind of thing. If you're going to go after one, why not go after two? I mean, really, if you're going to go after two, why not go after four? You're going to get 4 no's, you might get 4 yeses. If you go after one, you might get 1 no, you might get 1 yes. But you have to trust, you have to believe that this little cup in the ocean is not what you're intended to be. This is not what we are intended to live. This is not what we have been granted and given by divine and complete. We have been given access to everything that you can think and dream about. If you go to bed tonight and say, you know what, I see a day when I'm standing on a podium and I've got a book and people are clapping and applauding and I'm winning book awards and the back of the room is filled with people wanting me to sign. And you go, see here, see how all that comes? If I can say it, it can be. But the reason so often that none of us get there is because we're waiting for that tragedy. We're waiting for that moment of chaos and confusion, or that doctor report, or that divorce paper, or the kids going. We're waiting for that shift to happen externally that's so filled with drama and chaos that we start to move into our dreams, our passion, our purpose, our life goal, simply to survive. As opposed to say, you know what, I am going to thrive. I'm going to live in triumph. I'm going to live in victory. I'm going to live in control of my life. And this morning I woke up and I said, you know what? Why not me? Why not now? Honey, guess what? Tomorrow morning we're going to be opening a gym. I don't know how, I don't know where, but we're starting it. If you're sitting on that spot and going, well, my dream is this big and I can't get there right now, then go order the domain. Go order the website. Go order the business cards. Go buy a t-shirt and put the name on it and wear it. If you're the only one on the universe wearing that t-shirt, at least you've placed your name in the sand. You've declared who and what you're going to become, and you've begun to live your dream. But if you're sitting there waiting for all of the stars to align and all of the elements in the universe to come together, guess what? I'm just going to break it down to you. Sorry. You will find another excuse tomorrow, and another one the day after that, and another one the day after that, and another one the day after that, and pretty soon you'll run out your clock and time will be spent and you'll be old and sitting in your rocking chair and 2 steps away from the grave. So how do we get the inspiration? How do we get the moment? How do we move from here to there without having to wait on tragedy and drama? Surround yourself with people that are already doing it. Connect in inspirational groups. Read inspirational books. Watch inspirational videos. Talk to other people about your dreams, your excitement, your passion, your purpose. Go sit in a Lamborghini and tell them, no, I cannot afford it, but I'm getting a feel for it because I'm moving in this direction and I want to know what it feels like before I decide on a Lamborghini, a Porsche, or a Ferrari. Go into the neighborhood that you don't yet have access to and walk up and down the street and say hello to everybody. And better yet, say, hey, neighbor. They're going to look at you and like, who is this man? He doesn't live in our neighborhood. And if they call you out, say, not yet. But why not me? Why not me? You have got to surround yourself with the things that you want in order to have the things that you want. You cannot post them on a board and expect them to change from paper to reality. You cannot write them in a journal and expect them to go from written word to actual events. You've got to be in it. You've got to be touching it, feeling it, smelling it, owning it every single day. And if anybody calls you out, I want you to go, Dr. Kelly, and go, why not me? Why not me? Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you to tell me why not me. And why not me now? All right? Stop living in fear, people. Stop waiting for the tragedy to happen. Find the moments of inspiration and hold on to them and swallow them and eat them and live them and wrap yourself in them and talk about them and dive into them and sail through the moon with them. Because I would rather move from self to bigger self than wait for somebody to hit me over the back of the head and say, guess what? You're homeless. Now might be a good time to start your job. Now might be a good time to start that idea you had. Yeah. No. I ain't going to live in drama. I am not going to wait for drama to motivate me. All right, I got to check my notes. I kind of went off script. Whew. Y'all get me hot and bothered up in here. Why not go for something insanely great is what I said now, and stop waiting on tragedy to move you into greatness. Someone is going to do it. Someone's going to do it today. Somebody is actually going to do it today. Somebody's going to do it. So why not you? Why not you? I dare you to Dr. Kelly, I'm throwing a challenge out. You might want to record this one for me, Dr. Kelly. All right? I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you right here and now. Why not you? Go ahead. If you have the courage to put it in the bottom and say, well, I can't do it because, or not me because, go ahead and fill it out. Go ahead. You too. Song in my head. I'll have to look that up, Al. I don't know the song you're referencing, or drop it down below. If you can say out loud with full confidence, full conviction, that you don't deserve the life that you dream, or now is not the time to make it happen, and believe it with 1,001%, I'll honor it. I'll honor it. But we all have been living under our excuses far too long. Happy birthday to your son, Lena. 16. Whew, not sure what's going to happen when my son turns that old. Might share putting it on Eric. All right, Dr. Kelly. If you all don't know my dearest friend, Dr. Kelly, she is an inspiration, a teacher, a guide, everything. She just lights me up in the morning with her perspective. I have been so blessed to be taught and guided by her along the journey. And she always tells everybody she's dropping a challenge. And so it was sort of my poke at her. But truthfully, why not you? I challenge you. I challenge you. I challenge you. Can you honestly believe that you are not chosen to live the life you desire? That you are not chosen to live in abundance, that you are not chosen to live in joy and happiness and completion and fulfillment and to live a life of success. So that was a lesson. I'm not sure how it's going to turn into a blog. But like I said, we always operate from one or two perspectives. We wait for tragedy to motivate us, or we get inspired or have a moment of triumph. And when I say that, don't think it's got to be like this big grand standing on the mountaintop. I have declared it. I've climbed Mount Everest. Now I can go and open my sewing club. No, you've just got to have a moment where the mind shifts, where you get up tomorrow morning and say, why not me? And you say it in a way that you believe truthfully that you are entitled to it. And then you can turn around and say, why not now? Like, why not now? All right? That's what I got for you. It's Friday afternoon. or Friday morning. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. We do this every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. If you haven't been a part of it before, I welcome you and I thank you and I invite you to share this out, because there's probably somebody in your social circle, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever, that is sitting in that moment and they have come up against the challenge. And they're going to go back and lay back in their chair and say, not now, I need to wait. It's not the right time. I've got a nice job. Everything's so... And then tragedy is going to come up and slap them on the back of the head like it always does, because that's how sometimes the universe gets us out of stuck. Why not give them the advantage of saying, you know what? You can choose. You can choose. You can choose to wait on tragedy, drama, chaos, confusion, craziness to motivate you, or you can choose to shift your mind, wake up and say, why not me? Why not now? Whatever it is that I want, I'm fully entitled to it. And it's already been gifted to me, because if it is in here, it is already out there. The only thing I need to figure out is the path between the two places. And that's often where coaching and hanging out with the right people come in. We know what we want. We sometimes lack the how to get it. That's the easy part. That's the fix. I mean, just think of it. You have more available to you than any other generation through social media and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn and email. And you can connect with we have somebody from Japan here this morning. You can connect with anybody around the world in a blink of a button. And if you could take your message, take your passion, take your desire, take your want, take your need, take your thought, and share it with 1,000 people in a day, I'm sure there's a few group of people that will come up and say, I'm going to buy into that. I'm going to invest in that. I'm going to participate in that. I'm going to support you in that. I'm going to make that happen for you, because I believe what you are saying with such conviction that I cannot but be involved in it. All right? So don't hide in small. Don't play little. Don't believe that what you have is all you'll ever get. All right. Well, good morning, Charles. I appreciate you jumping in. Charles, I'm glad you're back in group. Good morning, Mr. Ronald, as well. Good morning, Dr. Kelly. Good morning to me. Good morning, Tanya. It's hard to see up there. But do me a favor. Take a moment. Share this out. Also, just say hello to each other. And if you're like, I got to get this done. I got to dream my dream. I got to connect. I've got to find somebody else that understands. There's like 10, 15, 20 people right here, right now, that you could friend and say, hey, right here, right now, why not me, why not now, okay? Develop a community of support around you, and if I can help you in that, let me know. That's what I love. That's what I love. It's, my day is spent doing this, so thank you guys so much. I'm going to let you jump. It's Friday morning, got a busy couple things to do, and until we get together on Monday, live life with success. Also, Success Life is now kind of up and running and moving and doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'll probably start inviting people over the weekend, but if you're on Facebook, go out to Success Life or look it up. It's just a dumping ground. It's the best way I can say it, that if you're a coach, a speaker, an inspirational collector, if you have thoughts or ideas that you want to share to lift up other people and help them live a life of success, it's an open group. Just dump it there. So that during the course of the day, if you're out wandering the planet and you're like, oh my gosh, I just need something, you know where to go. I'm trying to clean out the clutter and get to the core, to the meat of it. All right, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Buenos dias, Damian. ¿Está bien? Bien, gracias. Nada.